people who have gone through these type of moments before, right? We're not in a bear. No, I would say I would say that we are wholeheartedly in the bear market at this present moment. I would say that we're extra level of bear market at this present moment, but that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. People mistake what's going on at this present moment as a bad thing, and they see it in the wrong fashion. And I'm gonna hopefully be able to change some of you guys' minds in a second, all right? Because we're so close. We're so close to a interesting place, right? Sentiment's worse than the FTX crash. Yeah, damn right there. Yeah. What happened after the FTX crash? I mean, this is the thing. This is the thing. I'm just saying. I'm getting to a point. What happened after the? We're not there yet, right? We have some more. We have some more pain to come. I just want everyone to be crystal about this fact. There's more pain to come. I promise you that, right? Because there's a key event that has not happened yet, right? A key event has not happened. And that is what's really important to understand at this present moment. Evening, Chroman, evening, everyone, evening for everyone that's joined me here and what's going on. There's Valentine's Day. People need some Valentine's money in it, brev. In it, brev. Yeah, sell some of that. Sell some of that. Sell some of that coin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, get out that fart and then put it into flowers that are gonna disappear 2 days later, and then be like, hey, look, here's some flowers. You still love me, right? Not enough. Anyway, appreciate your early students. Fits in with my paddle lessons. No problem. God, I watched one video of paddle. On TikTok, and I cannot not see videos about paddle anymore. What is this paddle, and why do I now want to buy everything about it? I was looking at paddle rackets the other day. I've never played this game. I'm like, what's with this paddle thing? And I'm looking at videos like, it's like tennis, but like squash at the same time, and everyone really likes it. Now, what is happening, and where do I believe this thing is going to get to, right? I remember I said to what your summary said. I can't even read that. It's such a good spot. I'm sure it's great. I just don't know, right? I said to you the other day, right? I gave some levels. I said, look, I was hopeful that it could break above because we are going to get a counter rally. I am certain of it, right? Remember my words about silver and everything else. I'm certain of a counter rally going to happen. Now, the description, lol, I was like, what description? What? That's AI. Oh, right. Okay. I was like, what description? Now, I said to you the other day, I said you will start knowing when things are bottoming out, when everyone is shouting, it's bear market, it's over, no, this is over, this, that, and the other. I'm fully expecting there to be a counter rally soon, very soon. But I'm going to say this, phenomenal sport. I will say this, and I'm going to show you guys something today, right? Hey, bro, I don't know anything about, but I'm DCA. Yeah. TikTok uses AI to give summaries of lies, but it's not saying anything you wrote. What do you mean? What? The AI said I was doing what? I wasn't talking about that. Anyway, whatever. I'll say this, right? Right now, we're very, very close. And there's one thing left. A singular thing left. Which I don't know if it's going... I mean, we'll see. Where this is going to go is going to be very interesting. First things first. If we look at total, it's coming for this wick, right? I thought it might go up and then come back for it. But it's coming for this wick. Now, that wick sits perfectly at the 200-day moving average. Evening on hello, Lee Downing. Hello, Traveler. Hello, everyone and everything else. I'm going to explain to you what's close. But there's another wick that's a problem as well. There's one other wick that's a problem. Maybe not this, because I would be remiss to say this is at least a 50% retrace. Oh yeah, even more. That's not going to be a problem. The problem wick I've seen, right, is this one here. That's the actual problem wick there. That one is the problem wick, right? That's the problem wick. And the thing is, we could very well get to around the 2 trillion mark, right? If you can't see it, there's a Mr. Right? There's a clue, right? There's a clue, Red Dragon. You can also see there's a clue on the screen that can give you this enlightenment of where it'll give you this enlightenment of where you might be able to see what I'm talking about. Now, I would love to show it on TikTok, but they don't allow me to. I don't know why. They don't allow me to do it. They allow everyone else, but not me, right? So if you would like to see that, there is this place that you could go and check out and you can see it there. But by all means, you don't have to. You can watch it later on as well. It's recorded. Now, what I was saying, in my humble opinion, right? Trump is just noise at this present moment, because understand this, right? People are, as I said yesterday, people are going to be hypersensitive to what Trump and any type of news, because they're at that stage, right? But we haven't seen pure loss capitulation yet. And that is the final stage of what we would describe as the bottom, right? Right now, I'll show it to you this way. I'll bring it up quickly so everyone can understand, right? I'm gonna bring these two things up right now so we can actually, you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. That's one, right? And this is two, right? Right now, the amount of the percentage of Bitcoin's unrealized loss and profit is at crazy levels. People are 20 to 30% down from new whale holders, right? At the same time, the market is at deep stress. Everything is at complete pressure point at this present moment. But what's not happening, and this is why I'm saying that there is a real chance that we could see these lower levels, is that we haven't seen any capitulation yet. And it's these wallets are the ones that are going to mark the bottom of this. When these guys actually, are we talking hours, days, or weeks? It's hard to say, right? It's hard to say, but I'm thinking by the end of this week, we'll have an understanding of where we are going to be, because the weekly close is going to be extremely important, right? This weekly close this week is going to be, no, I wouldn't say decades. You guys are completely, no, I wouldn't say that. I'm thinking potentially months. Let's just say months. Let's be thing. But I think we will get a counter rally before that, right? So we might go and test certain levels. Once these guys start selling, once we start seeing full-blown loss capitulation, that will mark the bottom. That will be the bottom. And it has marked the bottom. Hey, I have a long time not seen Bina of Galerjet. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. My other account got banned for various I'm gonna say questionable reasons. I'm gonna say it because I'm just gonna say it. Human trafficking. My other account got banned for human trafficking, so make of that as you will. But as soon as these guys actually finish selling, and it's every single time you have seen a why is your TikTok left at a cliffhanger? Unfortunately, I have no other choice. I put years and years of effort into my other one, and it was taken away because they classed me as a human trafficker. That's the problem, right? So now I'm putting all my efforts into somewhere else. If you look at the very end of your of the video, you'll see where the full video is. You'll see the actual image of the video of the full amount. You need to go and follow me there and check that out. That explains all the hot at your house all the time. They're pretty hot, I'm not gonna lie. You see my wife, oh my god. So as soon as this happens, and this is marked the bottom of every single, this is marked the bottom of every one of these major downturns, right? So that's what we're looking for at this present moment. Go to YouTube, it's all revealed. Fantastic, appreciate it. It's there. It's there, you can see it there. So that's where we are at this present moment. We are in a very critical point, and to be honest, the worse this market is getting, the happier I'm getting. It's a weird feeling, but that's because of dry powder. So if you have any dry powder, what I'm doing, right, I'm sprinkling a little bit right now, because where this will turn could be at any level at this present moment, right? We're so close to it, right? Where we're so close to the bottom. Just ignore chat, explain what you need to explain. It's losing traction. Appreciate it, Redemption. It's very kind. Your input is always really nice to hear. I agree with you 100%. What do you think? 65K? I'm looking at total, right? Because I think it's going to be a full market capitulation that's going to happen. When those wallets sell, right, you're going to think this market is over. I'm telling you, remember these words I'm telling you. It will be a visceral reaction. You will be going, what have I done with my life, right? What have I done with my life? This is the worst thing I've ever done, is what you're going to be feeling. I'm telling you now. One of these two levels, in my humble opinion, is going to be met. Unfortunately, I'm kind of leaning towards the 2 trillion mark, right? Because that wick is a problem. It's a problem because it's where the move started, right? That's the regain of the level, and then the move started there. So I'm assuming something on this level, right? I feel the same every time down, still investing with a smile. And yeah, this is the crazy world of where we are. It's completely counterintuitive what we're doing. It feels wrong every single time this is happening. I have to give my input. I'm a strategic partner in film production. Fantastic. I appreciate it. Your job seems to be finishing all the time. Love the guy with the highest IQ said that the bull run has started. What? Who said that? Who said the bull run has started? Talking about me? Did I say the bull run has started? I mean, Bitcoin wasn't a bull run. That's a different matter, right? By every sense of the word, it was in a bull run. It's just alts didn't go through. So I am expecting some reaction of the 2.34 trillion. I would be surprised, right? Not the Chinese guy. Yeah, of course, that guy. He will be right, though. There will be a moment he'll right, all right? The reaction from this point will be where we could potentially see this counter rally to now. Unfortunately, the way we move in this right now, right? The way it moves is that I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff, right? Let me just get rid of all this. These are all other levels that have been lost, right? Counter rallies now. Man, this is so terrible. It's unbelievable, right? Counter rallies now. We have to play with these insane levels. Let's put it down a little bit so we can have an understanding, right? Yeah. We now have to play with levels, right? We're at full level movement. The counter rally could move from 2.3 and it has to pass the 2.64. If it doesn't, it's another shorting opportunity. Right now, every pump, think of it, every pump as a shorting opportunity until it breaks the prior range high. It's the simplest of all understandings. When we're in a downtrend and an uptrend, you play with the prior range. I said to here, I said, if it doesn't break this, if we don't get above here, it's problem. It's a problem situation. We have to. If we don't, we haven't broken the prior range, we're going down. It's just how it is. And vice versa. If this had broken this the higher range here at this level at this moment, we would most probably be on an uptrend. Now, what I would say, one more relief rally to 84 in the last massive spike. It could be, and that could happen. The reason why I'm doing a bit of DCAing at this present moment is because market makers know. I promise you, they know 100% the amount of buy orders sitting here. And I'm telling you, it's probably everyone. Everyone has a buy order sitting at that 200-day EMA. Everyone, right? Everyone. And they know that. So they are most probably going to either front run this some way to try and trap people or all that kind of stuff, right? That's the situation of where we're sitting at this present moment. So we have to, I'm doing a bit of a triangle DCA at this point here, playing around where we'll go, because I expect a bounce here at some point. But I think because everyone thinks that's where it's going to be, I think the actual bounce point could be at this 2 trillion mark. And I'll say this, right? Now, let me get rid of this. So much noise on this. I need to clean this up a bit. What am I? Oh, it's on a large time frame. That's why. Okay. So we'll see, right? At this present moment, we have not broken any prior range. And the thing is, right, for this to show that move, right, we have to get to a point where it breaks the 2.64. They want to suck liquidity back in on the hype. Then the vacuum is engaged one more time. It's, look, right now they're trying to extract leverage. Is that what they're trying? Look, okay, this is what they're trying to do, right? And it's also a key thing to see in the market. And I did a video about it. You can go and check out my Insta. They're trying to extract all speculative leverage trading from this market, right? The moment that is completely reduced down to a minimal level, that is when we will start seeing some clear change of trends. Because at this present moment, people are still leveraging at absolute ridiculous levels, right? They're still at 60, 70%, 70x leverage, and they're holding it for days. So market makers are there to just get at those, right? They're there to make money. That's it. That's their only aspect of the where the business has to be. So right now, you look at it this way. We could see a rally up a little bit. If it doesn't break the 2.64, it's going back down again. It's a shorting opportunity, in my humble opinion. There's no advice in any way whatsoever. I'm just saying what I'm talking about. That is the way we're doing. I've been a bit busy today. I've been dealing with some property stuff. Anyway, long story, right? But that's the situation of where we are. We go there, we see that, we understand that, and that's where we go. We basically need spot buyers to step in, real sustainable and not borrowed fund. Yeah, exactly. Not borrow funds, not sort of fake hype money, not anything on that level where people are losing liquidity. It's actually adding liquidity at a level at where we will move and add on top. Leverage only really works if spot comes in, right? And if it doesn't come in, it's just air, right? It's just air with no foundation, and the air is pushed out instantaneously by the market makers. Why would they? It's their job not to pay you. Newsflash: market makers can see all of your leverage trades. Exactly right. They can see all of your buy orders, every single one of them. They know exactly what is going on, and that's the game that you're playing. That's why I'm saying to everyone, is scalping short-term moves is the way you play this market. It is, until you get to the, I mean, look, we're getting into levels where right? Where this has to have a counter rally at some point. We're at extreme oversold scenario right now. I mean, look, the counter rally at this present moment. Oh, that's not it. The counter rally at this present moment. Yeah, 85. 85 could be the counter rate. That's the 50% of the of this move. So it could happen. I'm just expecting it to happen. I mean, we almost got there. We almost got to this region, but would I say that this region is there? It's in the margin of error, right? It's in the margin of error between where I expected this to go to and where it can go. It's not always 100%. I mean, if you want to play around with a little bit, let's just say if we did that, pushed it to where it was, yeah, that could be an area of liquidity as well. So I would say potentially we're almost there, right? We're in that region where it's almost impossible to predict the exact zone of where this is going to have a counter rally. Now, if you want to play that counter rally is another matter, because it's full risk at the moment. Everything is a risk move at the moment. There's no sustained move. But I will say this, right? If you're going to be playing short-term moves and gains and this and the other, we're in that market right now. There's volatility. And that's it. That's the situation. Well, to retrace as high as take 20% of the entire position and wait for the... Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, whatever. But if the retrace happens and you want to get out, do your thing, right? But I would be extremely surprised if this right shoulder doesn't get developed at some point. Because I'll tell you, the real destruction will happen when we get up to these regions up here. If and when we do. I don't know if we will. We'll see, right? The real destruction happens here. Because what will happen is that when we get to around the 96, maybe the 92 level, right? People are going to be leveraging the absolute bejesus out of this market. And the closer it gets to more these 100,000 levels, maybe even towards the 200-day EMA at the top, right? They're going to be max leveraging out to try and reduce the losses that they gain down here. There's going to be max leveraging going on. And that max leveraging, unfortunately, is going to be late leverage longs, and they're going to annihilate them. This is why I'm saying to you, leverage over time is the worst thing you can do. Unless you're super lucky, unless you catch a run at an absolute... Why do you... Look, okay, let me explain this to you. Why do you think I look at these wicks, and why do you think eventually this wick is taken out? You see this whole move come down to take... Because they want that money. Market makers want that money. They want that to happen. They don't want to give that to you. Are you out of your mind? Why would they willingly? Because this is the crazy thing about it. Most people who leverage don't take profits, right? And they know that. Why would they willingly give you... What is this? How many percentage is this? Why would they give you 70% on Bitcoin? Why? Because the people who leverage this are in millions of dollars. Why would they give you that much? Why? They won't. They're not going to give you it. They're going to come for you, right? And that's the thing. You look for those worrying scenarios of what's going on and what happens. And they balance whether the risk to sending it down there is worth the gain that they will get. Because I see this, right? A lot of people who leveraged here, got this level, moved this all the way up to here. I promise you, most of you didn't sell. I promise you, most of you didn't sell. I mean, I'm a much long-term holder, but I didn't sell either. But I bought way down here at a much lower. Oh my God, I see. You can always tell. You can always tell when Asia wakes up. Honestly, whatever. But this is where we are right now, right? We're in this scenario where we're getting to a point. We're so close. But as I said, that, mass capitulation is what we're looking for. And I'm just saying, like, we're in at some point there's going to be a counter rally at some point here. But to be able to say that we can move this into the right direction, is going to move much higher. 2.64 trillion. That's it. Hello, Master. How you doing? That's the level that we need to break. That's it. And you go level by level, right? If this shows support and we start moving in that direction, then cool, right? We're in a scenario where we could really play some good moves. But I mean, look, think of it this way. If we regain this, I would expect something on this level, right? if we do something like this, if we do that and find support, that would be a potential long for a scalp, which could break this. Lol, TikTok is with your feed. What do you mean with my feed? What's going on with my feed? What's happening? What's happening with my feed? What's it saying with my feed? So you just have to play it that way. Play the little. Is it glitching? Oh, again, man. Whatever. It's all good. I appreciate it. I mean, it looks like we could get it at least a test of the. Is it lagging? Oh yeah, whatever. It's fine. It's just how it is. We could at least get a test of this 21-day EMA, right? It's looking like what's going to be the test is going to happen, right? On the 5 minutes is passed, which is great. I'm sure we're going to get a reaction of that because it's hugging this thing like nothing else, right? So it's playing around this, which means that there's no liquidity. It's market makers messing around when you get these type of moves. But we'll see. Right now, it's at support. If it doesn't find this and it loses this, can you see your screen? Yes, you can see my screen. There's a clue on the screen that will give you it's Sherlock Holmes, right? Miriam, you have to be very, like, you have to follow the clues. I've left some breadcrumbs on the screen that give you an idea where you could potentially see what I'm showing you. Good, cool, you got it. All right. I'm joking. It's a very safe space. I don't let any toxicity in this place. Honestly, everyone's free to do areas. They want the leverage short more. Perfect place to sell on a price. It happened already. This is the thing, right? Right now, you're going to be in a scenario where late shorts were taken out here. This move here is a late short being taken out. When it broke this level, it knew that everyone was going to go full port short at this moment here. But what did they do? They countered it and they pushed it back up. And now all of these that go out are in deep. I would not be surprised if a whole bunch of them went liquidated because they go 60x short, right? Because it's full gambling for some of these people. But this is the thing. The moment that happens, that's going to be the situation where you're sitting. Just tagged you in hard sausage roommate. Fantastic. I appreciate it. This is the thing. That's it, right? You have to go level by level. If it doesn't capture this level, then it's going to go down and towards. To be honest, it looks extreme. The market looks unbelievably weak. I mean, we are like grasping at straws here. Like it looks unbelievably weak at the moment. And I would not be surprised if it doesn't tap these lower levels. I would not. Honestly, if we get the counter rally here, that's a problem because we're definitely going to visit this 2.35 trillion. Then, 100%. Take out this wick, 200-day EMA, 100% we're going there, right? In my humble opinion, that's the thing. So the chance of the chance of me retiring next week is slim. Is that what you're saying? You could always retire next week. Not everything is about money. I do want to explain that to you. So I'll tell you this now, right? Show me someone that grew up in money. I'll show you a tortured mind like you've never seen. Every single one of them are like that. Trust me. It's rare to see wealthy, happy people. Very rare. The pursuit in life is to strive to get things rather than to have things. It's the fundamental truth of money. I promise you that. Now, so that's where we are, right? We have to see the key levels. At this present moment, it looks super weak. It's breaking the minutes of trend line. This level sitting here, I'm down 80%. Yeah. So, would you care about being down 80% if in the next 2 years you were up 300%? Tell that to my wife. I don't think she agrees if I cancel the credit card. If she loves you, she would be fine. Simple as that. I mean, that's how not everything's about money. I promise you. It can feel like that sometimes to people, but it's not always the case. Trust me. I know plenty farmers. But whatever. Even if you were up through, look. Do you guys have anyone have pensions and does anyone have work pensions and people who invest in tracker funds? 300% in 2 years is insane. All right, I just want you guys to put this into perspective here. She'll be yeah, she'll be fine fine when you are out the door. Yeah, but then she still won't have the car. Yeah, it's all in your head, man. I'm telling you. You'd be surprised. You know, they put up with much more. It's not about the money. I trust me. Yeah, it helps. It makes everything. We don't have pensions anymore. Reagan killed them. Okay, but whatever they are, the 401ks or whatever, right? Whatever that is, it'd be wild. This is the thing that you're playing in. It's right now. You'll have wife changing money, so I win either way. This is the thing that I'm saying. Right now, if you want to be involved in the market, it's best to be a part of a group that plays around, that you learn yourself, you learn the market, you learn these type of things in that level. $100 times 80% equals $20, and $20 times 3 is $60. You're down $40. That's great maths, man. J J Pill, man, I love you. I love your maths. You're definitely in the financial field. I can tell. I can definitely tell you're in the financial field. That mathematics hurt my mind. That hurt my mind. Oh my god. Whoa. That gave me a rush. How unbelievable that math was. That's that type of math where your math teacher's like, I think the arts are for you. I love you, man. I'm messing around. You know, I'm messing around. I don't mean it in any way. It's just like small jiving. Tell us when you drop your. I can't read that message, Patrick. Trump Matt. It's Trump Matt in it. Yeah, it's true. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. We are working on full Trump maths. Right. Trump is literal numbers type of math person. If there is more, that means it's better. But if we sell more, it'll make things cheaper and it will make things worse. Mm-hmm. All I heard was more in that sentence. And that's what I will give you. More. More. But yeah, look, this is the situation where we are, right? If we look at Bitcoin dominance, an absolute, and this is the thing, sometimes when people say Bitcoin dominance is a good sign because it will go into alts, well, not necessarily if Bitcoin isn't at all-time high. That's what I was saying to you. I want this to be like up here. I want this to be at these levels at the 66. You know what I mean? I even wrote Boom Party Zone. Like up here, we need to be at crazy levels. So when that happens, alts will go absolutely parabolic. But alas, this is where we are, right? If you don't show the job data, then it's not bad data. It's how it is. If you don't sit, it's the saying, how do you know a tree is fallen if you can't hear it fall or whatever? I don't know what that saying is. I heard it somewhere. And I would say this, look, if we look at USDT dominance, I think the point of where we will see things getting interesting is at this, at the previous high, around the 8% level. I drew this ages ago. Around this level, I would be surprised if this doesn't hit it. We will get counter rallies in the way, but we have to get to a point. Yeah, it's going to 8%. I agree with you, Punky. It's going to 8%. We have to get to a point where we get peak capitulation. We need to get to a point where people who don't believe this thing is going to come back again. And that's where we go. 50% discount is 1x crowback. Yes. The math isn't mathing anymore. But yeah, that's where we are. Right now, that's what we have to play with. You play level by level. It's a 618 extension. Yeah, 618 can play levels. You shouldn't bet your whole bag on just fibs. Fibs can be somewhat what, but look, it's not holding the pump. Every pump is a potential percent pump. Every pump is a potential shorting opportunity. It's just how it is. Do you think the Clarity Act will add fuel to the fire? Clarity Act is a great thing, right? It's a great thing if we don't have Look, I'll say this to you, right? I'll say this to you. The Clarity Act goes completely against the traditional banking system. Completely. And the thing is that integration is going to take time. It's not like a short-term thing, but it will happen. There is a point that this thing is going to go through. Even if it gets to a point where you can't give yield, even if you can't, right? The pure nature of our industry is going to make it something that's going to be utilized more than the normal banking system. If your local bank now has regulatory clarity and understanding that it can now utilize this industry's network to just utilize this network, would you send money through Swift or through a wallet-to-wallet transaction? I just ask that question. All hopium, a Clarity Act is that XRP boys calling for $100. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Because the Clarity Act actually has clear defined things that it will do when it goes through. Whereas XRP, nothing is defined about that. Why did Coinbase withdraw support for the Clarity Act? It's because of the can I even say that in TikTok? I don't even know if I can say that, but whatever. Because look, in America, when you try to get an act passed, it goes through various stages, and people can add amendments to it. And one of the amendments was they put two amendments into it. One was the complete destruction of any type of yield, including sort of utilizing other networks to get like fintech and that type of yield from what's going on. Any of that kind of stuff was completely being removed. And secondly, it brought in a barrier, right? And this would have destroyed the industry. Like that's worse than the other one. Yielding, we can do something else, whatever, we can play with that. But putting a barrier to who can access this industry and get access to this industry, right, would have absolutely destroyed this market. It would have been the end of what we would describe as being access to the most powerful liquid market in the world. It would have just made it into a technology rather than an ecosystem. It would have removed all of it, and that's what they pulled their funding, because that alone would have changed the whole nature of where we are and what our industry is. So that's what they're working on at the moment. That stop, Gary, where you would have to, it would basically mean that anyone that utilizes this industry would have to be fully trackable. They would know everything about you. All transactions would have been done in that manner. And not everyone can be able to do that, because they would not be able to have access to certain factors that would be utilized and needed to become, to use wallets and various other things and exchanges and everything. They would have absolutely put massive regulations and red tape, the type of red tape that normal banking systems have already. And they want to remove that. That's what the nature of this industry is to remove barriers, right? And that's it. That's where we are, right? So on the one hand, that will be an amazing introduction. And I'll ask you this question. Would you use Swift or a wallet-to-wallet transaction? An instantaneous trackable understanding of which wallet when it goes from one to one, or a 4-day money fest that's going to cost you a ton of money, and even it can get lost and they won't even know where the money's gone to, and they'll have to track it to you the next week to 2 weeks. And this is why the banking system doesn't want this. They don't want it because they know exactly what's going on. They control every aspect of every transaction and everything that they do, and all of it is based around money. And if they can't control this, why would they want it? This is the problem, right? But I think this, right? All of that, Clarity Act and all of that kind of stuff doesn't matter at this present moment. What we need to get to is a point where the market stabilizes in a excess liquidity manner, right? It's an excess liquidity area. Banks are just terrified of paying. Yeah, of course, yeah. Just join. Is crypto a thing of the past? No, definitely not. But if you think that, we're almost there. I think the Super 48 would be the bottom. What, in Bitcoin? That would be wild. Maybe, I don't think we'll go to 48. I don't think we'll go. You know how we would get to 48? If MicroStrategy goes under. If something big happens with MicroStrategy, that could happen. Although, to be honest, there is a chance. I mean, you're looking at this wick here. There is a chance that mass capitulation event could happen. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't think so. Lucky me that you're so... Thank you, Miss Stardust. That's very, very kind. MSTR earnings in 2 days. Yeah. That, I would not be surprised if... See, look, I mean, I don't want to make connections, but it's very convenient. And the thing is, it's very convenient that we're about to pass something that makes normal banks become like, you know, combined with our industry in ways that they don't want it to be. And it would be very convenient for these banks if, say, MicroStrategy wasn't around. It would be very, very convenient if that was the case. If there was a way that all of those Bitcoins that they have was in banks' wallets, that would be nice. I think they would think that would be a nice thing to happen. And I would be surprised. I would not be surprised if this market is pushed down to a point where it makes MicroStrategy at a point of going under, and then they come and save it by strangely either taking over the company or somehow maybe buying their Bitcoin off, I don't know, off the market. And then the market rallies because they have endless funds to do it. Maybe. I mean, I don't want to... I mean, if it was me and I had trillions of dollars in my bank and this industry is going to become like, you know, the future Clarity Act and Donald Trump and stuff, and I'm sitting here and I don't own enough Bitcoin, but this company does, that's what I would do. I'd do that. Would you not? All those lawyers of MicroStrategy must be pulling shits right now. Right? Would you not do that? If you were a bank that had access to unlimited money, they have trillions of dollars, trillions, would it not be a better scenario to remove the company that would become the most powerful company in the entire world if this market became, you know, integrated into our current financial system? They would become literally the most powerful company in the world. Forget BlackRock, it would be MicroStrategy. And if there is no way a private company is going to be allowed to do that. No chance. Not a chance. But if they were to say, you know, get financially in a difficult scenario and they would have to, you know, OTC some of that Bitcoin to, say, some of these banks, that doesn't seem so bad, right? I got it. If you start with $100 and go down 80%, you have $20. In return, if your $20 then goes up 300%, you now have $80. A loss of 20. JP. JP, I love you, man. God, never mind. That's not how it works. You're right. You're right. You're definitely right. 100%. I think the part of the way Sailor has personal and MicroStrategy Bitcoin. This is the thing, right? I'm right. Google. Yeah, you're right. You're right. He can sell his personal to save. Look, either way, it's still selling, right? It's weird to me that we're in a market, right, You're giving me PTSD, GSC math questions. I'm sorry, man. I apologize. I apologize. Right? It's weird to me. It's weird to me that we're in a market where we saw silver and all metals go absolutely parabolic, but Bitcoin didn't move. It's weird to me that that's the case. And there is still no movement in this market. This market is so small. I just so you guys understand, our whole entire market is basically a singular company in the S&P 500. Why you disappear when the market is down? I've literally been here every day. What are you talking about? My other account got banned. I've been here every day. Why do people come into my lives and just like throw? Why do they just like throw like hate at me? rather than say, hey bro, what happened, man? I haven't seen you around for a while. Why did you instantly? why do you instantly throw some sort of like shade at me, man? I'm here. No, all the other guys have disappeared. I've always been here. It's instant shade. It's not like, hey man, what's going on? Where have you been? What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? You disappear. You're I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, maybe it's my face. It's too hateable. What's going on with you? I think the whole market is a downturn at the moment. CZ and the gangster has ruined our lives. Yeah, well, you know, it's money. But I read that Bitcoin would have to go super low, 25. I wouldn't even say super low. I think if it got down to the 50s, it would be at that point. But it would have to stay there for months. It'd have to stay there for months for him to get to that point. Don't worry, it works for crypto. Shut up. Shut up, man. I don't work with no one. Ain't no boss of me. But I do. But I do. Trust me, bro. I don't see all the influences on that. You don't see anyone, man. The only ones that you see, right? The only ones that you see are the ones that are still like calling coins. It's the only ones you see. You know what I mean? It still has a place. Don't get me wrong. They're having you know, some of their coins are running really well. Memes are still doing well because people just want to gamble at this present moment, right? Gamble, but it's the type of gambling that's you know will wreck everyone eventually, because these guys will come to a point where they've extracted enough liquidity, and then they'll just start rugging on everyone. There's a chance for. I think there will be a counter rally soon. We've tapped the key area. I thought it might go a little bit lower, maybe potentially, and there's still a chance. Honestly, the market looks insanely weak right now. It's so close. I would be remiss to say that there won't be a move down to this 200 a day. If we get it, like as I said, we work with levels, right? We're having a nice little bounce here. If we can break this 2.64, if we break that, great. But we will see whether it happens. We'll see the reaction of it. If it does, great, full port long, gain some of that levels. But as I said, I've been trying, I've been sprinkling a little bit because I'm expecting some sort of rally, especially if we got this second, you know, it usually goes in threes, right? These moves usually go in three, right? 1, 2, and we're in the third pullback. So I'm expecting some form of a 50% retrace from that level. We'll see. If not, it's worth the risk for me. The PMI looks positive. Yeah. All positive things don't affect this market at this present moment. Positive things don't affect this market at this present moment. That's what I was wondering about the next cycle. Is alt season a thing of the... No, it's definitely not. Look, sorry, I didn't mean you. I meant that the guys who were asking where you would be. Yeah, it's fine, man. Don't worry. It's okay. I'm you know, I have fun, but I don't mean it in a negative way. Everyone is willing to say whatever it is. Don't take it the wrong way. I mean it in the love this way. You guys can say whatever you want about me. I don't mind. Whatever, it's all good. What was I saying? Yeah, so look, this is where we are right now. So we have to go level by level, play by play, and like scalp by scalp, right? That's it. Positive stuff hasn't done for the market for a year. Yeah, because the market is not in the right place for it to be. that have that effect, right? We're not in that place yet. We're almost there though. Almost there. I don't know. Look, in my humble opinion, and I've gone through this a lot, right? A lot, right? Strange, last time I asked you about a I don't know what that means, and got it. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know. I just whatever. That's what she said. Shush. Shush. She never says that now. Because she knows. She knows. Stop. So stupid. Are you there yet? Stop. Can you please stop? Stop it, man. Stop it. You're making you're hurting my sense of sensibility. Anyway, whatever. Right? But look, yeah. See, we're getting a bit of a recovery back into range, which is good, right? Let's see. Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. You play level by level. At this present moment, right? You could play a little bit and see where this goes. But my whole understanding is this: that 2.64 trillion level is my level I'm looking for on total. That's my level. If we break that and we have a sustained close above that level, even if it pulls back, I'll be long. I'll go full port long, because that pullback is a pullback into a lower high most of the time. That's what I'm looking at. But let's see what happens. Let's see what the situation is. It's far overdue a counter rally, but also this 2.35 trillion looks like it really wants. Yeah, man, it looks like it really wants to come and test that level. We'll see what happens. I would not be surprised if this thing doesn't reject off that 21-day EMA hard. We'll see what happens. I'm confident that the 330 billion and others charts, yeah, it could be. Look, until we say what did she say? She can't say anything, you know what I'm saying? Sorry. Until we see will it go up again? Eventually it will. There is no such thing as down continue. I mean, there could be. I mean, we are on full risk on assets. You never know. But there is a high chance that this thing will not go zero, in my humble opinion. But there's always a chance. Always. In everything in walk of life, right? So eventually it will do. It's just a time thing. I was talking to myself and, oh really? I don't know why kick is not working. I really don't know why it's not working. It doesn't seem to want to. I don't know why it's not working. The chat doesn't. Ooh, whoa. Why not working, Brev? Oh, I have to. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Oh, whatever. It's fine. Next time. I think it would be. I stress. Yeah, but what's your time horizon? I've always said, and this is the thing that I want everyone, for everything to be very, very clear to everyone, right? You should start IRL streak. Yeah, doing what? Well, my house parties. I think that would do well. You should always, if you're going into a market where you want to have your hand and risk on assets in this level, right? Did you change your name? No, I didn't. My other account got banned for human trafficking. I would always say that if you're going to have an allocation into this market, if you're going to get to a level where you want to try your hand on this, always get into it below your monthly liabilities, because then you can wait out these moments. If it means that you have to wait a month, at the end of the month, you need to utilize the money that you invested to pay for bills, then you could get caught up in a scenario like this. Percentage rise, what's the chance of I think 90%. Yep, so true. That's it. That's the thing that you need to understand. If you dabble, make it the thing that it will not affect your life. And you just sit it there. And if you put it into good things, there's never a thing is always up and there's never a thing is always down. Ever in these type of markets. And the thing is, we're almost there. We're almost to a point where people are going to say this is over. And that's the point where everyone should be very, very excited. We'll get these little bounces here and there, left, right, and center. But ultimately, I would be very, very surprised if this thing doesn't go and hit between the 2.35 trillion and the 2 trillion level area. And at that point here, then we will rally from there. All right, cool. Now, do you want me to look at anyone's coins? Anything else that anyone wants to look at? What do we do? A little bit of that, and then I'll shoot off to that. How big is a black swan? Depends on how much you. Depends on how much you don't know how big a black swan is. Black swan's bad, right? It's bad. It's very bad. Black swan is the understanding of what in markets as an absolute entire market reset. Let's not go down that route. Where's my file? There we go. Let's see what file's up to. Damn, nice little pump. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, is there. I like how you. We love your talk. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. But I love how you never give a coin that hasn't pumped insanely. Ever. I know 100% is gonna have a mad pump when he says it, because what about file? Yeah, he's done well, man. Look, this is good. This is a break of trend, right? What? I can't even read what you just wrote. Always been in file. Yeah, well, depend. I mean, if you're always been in file, you ain't doing well, bruh. Because it's a bit down. File's a bit down. It's really down. I mean, like, God, wow. Anyway, whatever. Let's not go. I don't want to depress you too much. Look, file has some good swings sometimes. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this could continue. I mean, I would be surprised if this doesn't continue. That looks super strong. It is sitting at the look. It right now, if it can settle above the Monday high, this looks continuation of a rally for this easily. This looks really good. But the day close is very important. Like, really, really important. It needs to close above the Monday high. If not, this will go and retest the Monday low. That's what I would say. Good evening, Professor Friend. Thank you so much. I'm not a professor at all, but it's very kind of you for joining. Nothing is pumping on top. Looks like Canton. Yeah, but Canton has massive swings as well. Right, we're looking. I used to Cardano, right? What is Cardano now? What's the ticker at the moment for Cardano? Hasn't it changed like 3 times? I don't know. Tell me the ticker on it and I'll have a look at that. ADA. I don't know what. Sorry. Sorry, that's not the right one. That was really funny. I was like, God damn. I was like, damn, that's damn. No, because I opened a different ad and it was just one red candle down. That's why I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at Cardano itself. I just said that it was just funny. That's all. Anyway, sorry. I know that people's life savings are attached there. Look, I mean, look, it's taken out this wick, so I would not be. This looks like it should rally. This looks pretty good. But again, look, it's super. Like, you get to a point where you have to see these market shifts, right? It hasn't been able to break it, right? Until it does that and finds a solid base above the Monday high, this will most probably come and retrace back down to the Monday low. It will bounce in between. It needs to break above the 0.303 at that level. I'm not. Don't laugh. I ain't laughing at you. I'm laughing, man. You can't see the screen. That's why you can't see the screen. If you saw the screen, you'll understand it. I opened up a thing called Ada G, and it was literally one candle down, and I was like, "What just happened to the Cardano?" I can't show you. You can see it there. You can see it. That's why I ain't like, oh man, sorry, I apologize. I don't mean for you to get upset with what I'm saying. It was just really funny when I opened it up. Oh my god. Anyway, whatever. It's all good. Man. Why is others' dominance pumping? I guess because Bitcoin is tanking. Bro, we're getting bro, we're getting yeah. We all look. It's not nice at the moment, right? So that's why right now, if you have your long-term holds and have conviction in them, you have to play that judgment call whether right now is the time to see to remove that aspect or leave it for the next few years and start playing with like some little plays here and there and try and build up capital to move from there. If that's the play you want to do or not, that's the question you need to play around with yourself. That's a weird sentence I did. Should I be confident, Ada? That is a sentence that I don't know if I can give that type of advice to you. It's a fundamentally good coin. It just all depends on when you entered into this thing. It's a bit inflationary, don't get me wrong, and the team are a bit they've done some silly things, like real silly things, but the tech is good and it's doing some good things. Do you have any news about Fat Cat? We're still sorting out the range. I mean, right now the market is absolutely terrible. Like it's absolutely terrible. My other average is 0.64. Yeah, look, I mean, I'll say this. It's not out of the realm of reality for to receive that to level. I mean, the 132. I mean, 1.315 is not crazy. It's possible to be there. It's just gonna take some time. That's the only thing. So silver and gold dipped. Where did the money go? Leverage. It went into balance books right now. It just most of it was a leverage wiped out, and that's the thing. So it's still high. Look, don't get me wrong. Gold and silver is still high, but that money is going to come back into the market. We're just waiting for a trigger right now, right? It's not like the market doesn't have liquidity. It's there. Just no one is confident in putting it into anything at the moment. Anything. Serious question. Why would these holding companies buy now if they know it's going lower? They're not buying in the way that you expect them. They're not full port buying. They're probably averaging down. They're averaging down at the moment. Feels like a sell exhaustion on altcoins. I think there's sell exhaustion on everything. This is the thing. You get these big movements down, and then you'll get to a point where there'll be a counter rally to at least 50% of that, which comes around the 85. 85 is not. It's definitely possible to be done, and you'll see everyone start shouting, "We're so back! We're so back, guys! We're so back!" Timmy. What is Jasmine? Let's have a look. Man, I haven't looked at. I have Jasmine. I haven't looked at my I'm actually kind of scared to look at Jasmine right now. Like I'm actually physically afraid to look at Jasmine. Oh, Render's doing well. Nice. I want to look at Jasmine. Oh my god. Do I want to look at Jasmine? Don't hurt my feelings, Jasmine. Let's get the US dollar. That's all right. Jasmine's that is the only section of Jasmine I'm going to be looking at. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. But again, look, it needs to break the previous range. We all of these coins are at a nice level, but we haven't. None of them have broken the range. Is there still hope for Fat Guy? Of course, I'm not going anywhere. Look, anyway, Jasmine's a great project. It's a great project. It just needs to break certain, like here we go. I could definitely see a move to that level there. Definitely. Now, whether it can break that, it's another matter. But I'm expecting some form of a counter rally at some point. And we've come to a very strong 50% of that wick is begging to be taken out. The 85. Begging. But we'll see. All right, let's have a look at Pepe. Are you just going to be showing me coins that are going to be full-blown pumping? Yeah. Some movement. King, let's say I know a bit more about this one than previous ones. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about Fat Cat? Yeah. Trust me, Cryptus is the one that knows. Well, what has gone lower? The number of your likes or Bitcoin? What has gone lower? The number of my number of my likes. I never. You laughed at Monero. You ain't laughing now, silly. What? When did I laugh? When did I laugh at Monero? What is going? Why are people being me? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. When did I laugh at Monero? These are my coins. I've lost my ass on most of them, but I know they all. Yeah, they're all the Crypto King. Yeah, I think I have no problem of that level. But on a serious note, when did I laugh at Monero? Literally, when did I laugh at Monero? Yeah, you're not laughing now. I feel like I am. I'm laughing at a different thing. When did I? Is there someone that looks like me? I feel like there are other streamers that say stupid things, and because I'm always on, they come back and just have a go at me. I've never laughed at Monero. I literally. Oh my god. Alright, cool. It's great. It's cool, man. You laughed at Monero. Bro, you have like 500 fake. I don't know what's going on. I actually don't know what's going on right now. That one was a particularly weird one. It's very focused on Monero. When I laughed at Monero. Cool. Anyway, what about XRP? I'm gonna do a video. I want to test something. I'm gonna test something out tomorrow on my Insta. I want to see if it works. I really want to see if it works. XRP. Oh man, it's a silly coin. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I don't know. It's not silly. It's just how is it? What's my fault? I don't know what. Okay, it's stressing me out in a way that I don't. I'm so confused right now. What's happening? Yeah, XRP is XRP. Look, honestly, it's still showing relative strength. But I said it 2 streams ago. I've been shorting this thing since the beginning of time, right? I need to look at my average entry. I need to look what it was. But it's either here or here I started. No. It was here. It was here. 2.7. I've been shorting XRP since 2.7. I think it was 2.7. Yeah, the moment where we found out that the owner was selling. And I was like, all right, yeah. Yeah, that guy has how many hundreds of millions worth of yeah. That's when I started shorting XRP. It's just their cash cow. They're using XRP as to extract liquidity and then actually spending things in Ripple in the real world that they actually make money from. That's what they're doing. I get their business model now. But yeah, that's the thing. And that's it. No wonder why you laugh. I don't laugh at XRP. I am trying to study XRP, right? I'm trying to study XRP and understand how it has such a spectacular following, to such an extent that they outright they they outright have proven all of the promises that they've said, all of them, and people still believe in this thing like crazy. There are large creators, right? If it's true, Ripple is I don't know. I can't either confirm or deny that. He loves Monero. How else can you move money from JPL? Stop. Honestly, I love you like a brother, but stop it. Cult following. Yeah, it's a cult following. Is there still hope for? I'm telling you, Ethereum. Okay, look. I just want to say something on Ethereum. Ethereum right now is getting into a very, very interesting now. Laugh at everything, otherwise you cry. Whatever. I've been through this so many times. It doesn't faze me, man. I don't care. Whatever. Like, I've gone through insane moves. Whatever. It's cool. Whatever. I have my long-term holds. I know they're gonna be fine. And I'm now scalping in between all these plays. Yeah, Ethereum also, look, everything is at a point right now, right? Everything is at a point where it's fully retraced the move. Now, these type of moments here are usually moments where it's worth a punt. I mean, could it go down to the 1700? Hell yeah, it could do. It could definitely do that. But I would not be surprised if this thing tries to test the 2,800 as well. I would definitely not be surprised that. But just so you guys understand, for this to be a change of trend, right? Yeah. For this to be a change of trend, Ethereum would literally have to break. I'm going to move this up so you can understand. It would literally have to break the $3,000 mark. For this to change into a bullish move, up until that, it's still bearish. Now we need Bitcoin low. Yeah, I mean, not only that, we have to get to a point. I mean, this is looking. See, this is the thing, right? I think everyone expects this to come down here, but this is also a level where I could see this thing rallying from here as well. It's so hard. You have to play it minute by minute. It's so hard. Let's see. Anyway. Yeah, okay, cool. Right. I'm gonna love and leave you guys. Hopefully tomorrow or maybe the day after. Tomorrow, the day after, we should have everything ready for the Alpha Hunters group. Everything should be ready by then. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. And for KB, I would say tomorrow with his live, you might hear a better voice. As the loving person I am, I actually sent him a mic because I was like, bro, you need a good mic, man. So just like let me do that for you, and I got him one, so he should sound really good tomorrow. They should be like crystal clear, so clear that you could actually understand he's actually from Jamaica. But when you actually hear him now, he sounds very English. So we'll see how it goes. You might be shocked tomorrow when he's like, "What's up, man?" All right, bye. That went weird, man. That way, no, the group is not just about scalping. It's full market information analysis, gold plays, everything. It's the full stack of everything that's going on. I remember when your Wall Street friend said, "You don't know what manipulation is until we take it." Oh yeah, I did tell you. This ain't even manipulation. You have no idea what they can do. You have no idea what we're playing in the sort of the koi pond at the moment of manipulation. When you start getting into the open ocean where the sharks are, they will do things. They will do things like you would not believe. Why do you think this? Okay, I'll leave you on this. Why do you think there is so much regulation in the normal banking world? Why? Ask yourself that question. They didn't make up these rules because they thought, okay, this is a nice regulatory framework. Every Every rule that has been implemented in the normal banking industry has been implemented because the banks have, I'm not going to finish the sentence of that end of that sentence, but you can understand what I'm saying, right? They've closed the door because banks found that open door to do something. Yeah? All right, cool. Well, look, love and leave you guys. I'm going to go and chill. I've had a spectacular few days. Yesterday I was so tired. It was unbelievable. I was like doing multiple work. All that. Oh man, it's crazy. But yeah. Okay, cool. Look, love, affection, all that kind of stuff. Catch you guys later, and we'll see where we go from there. All right. Peace. For the TikTok guys, I'm gonna say bye to you, and to you guys, I'm gonna add a lot of things afterwards. 1 second. All right. TikTok guys are out. Fine. For all you guys on the Tuber Next, right? Hopefully tomorrow or the day after, we finally finished all the MEXC and the WEX aspect for our trading group, right? We've done a deal with them, so that's why our group is going to be Netflix level, super duper cheap, right? Like crazy, crazy thing. It's going to be done with crypto as well, so it's not through traditional banking system. It's going to be through an ETH wallet transaction. The whole thing is being set up. There's going to be lives. There's going to be the trading competitions, the whole whack. You guys are going to be getting a lot of interesting fun moments, and you're going to be part of a community where you'll be able to chat and chill and relax, and there's no hate or negativity, and people will be playing the markets, and we'll be teaching, and all that kind of cool stuff will be coming very, very, very soon. All right, so appreciate you all, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, take care, guys. Love.